Zach Williams.
What's up?
How are you, man? I like your
Good.
hat.
Thank you. I like yours.
Yeah. Where'd you get yours?
I kind of stumbled onto him. I'm an Etsy guy, so I shop on Etsy a lot for necklaces and things like that, and I come across these hats. And then I checked him out on Instagram and realized he was following me, and I was like, hey, dude, I love your hats. And he was like, well, let me make you some. So
It worked out, but I don't think I've ever heard somebody say I'm an Etsy guy.
I am. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, T-shirts, necklaces, you name
man.
it. You can find anything on there.
There you go. Etsy. Zach Williams approved. Zachary Stephen Williams. Are you ready to enter the Tower of Truth?
Yeah, Mom. Oh, wow.
You will grab a block. The higher the number, the deeper the question. So you can really choose
Okay.
how much truth you really want to dive into here.
Sure.
So go ahead and just pick that 1st one, then put it
Let's
on the
go
top.
with number one.
There we go. Dine in or delivery?
Depends, but most of the time dine in.
Now, dine in, really, most artists, it seems like they say, we're always on the road, and when we get home, we just want to just have it delivered to our house.
Yeah, well, I like to cook a lot, and so when I'm home, I'm doing most of the cooking, so I like to go out to eat and be waited on.
Zach Williams doesn't want to cook tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we going and what are we getting?
There's a little spot here in town, just down the road. It's called Circa. It's in an old train depot, and it's a really cool menu. They change their menu like seasonally throughout the year, and so that's my spot.
I'm going to go a little. Oh. See, here's the thing with the Tower of Truth. Sometimes the block won't come, and it kind of guides you to where it wants you to go. So here we'll go with 27. Favorite career moment?
That's tough. There's been a few already. I would say the first time I played the Grand Ole Opry was like just one of those moments that you have, like you can't believe you're standing here. And then I think performing with Dolly on There Was Jesus was maybe the top of the list. So
I was thinking that for you. I didn't want
Yeah.
to put words in your
Yeah,
mouth,
yeah.
but I'm thinking.
she had a really cool way of just kind of making you feel like you were old friends. So it worked. I forgot this game ain't that easy, is it? 14.
Fill in the blank. I'm really good at.
Cooking.
What's your go-to dish to make at home? Like it's always a crowd pleaser.
I've got a sour cream chicken enchilada dish that's pretty good, but I just started keto diet, and so tonight I'm making chicken carbonara with zucchini noodles. So we're gonna try that.
Let's see here. Oh man, these are not. Coming.
Those are not.
Here we go.
That's a tough one.
43. Now we're going super deep.
Okay.
This is super deep, man. And if you don't want to, you can pass. When was the last time you cried and why?
I'm sure it was at a show. That's typically when I cry, thinking about a song or kind of getting lost in the moment. Yeah, that's usually whenever I do my best crying is on stage. 18.
All right, it's another fill in the blank. I dream of blank.
Genie's the first thing that popped in my mind. But I mean, for me, when I'm thinking about like what I get to do for a living, I'm always dreaming that I get to do it for a really long time. Stay healthy and don't lose my voice, and I'm able to do what I get to do. So I guess that would be it.
You almost knocked this one out, and it was
I know,
just
I
like
saw
so. It's I feel like it was choosing this one, the next one. So, what percentage do you start getting low battery anxiety?
About 100% right now. So it would probably, I would say, maybe about 9 o'clock tonight.
Yeah.
It's going to be almost dead, and I'm going to have to stretch that cable across the couch and plug it up so I can, have my phone. But yeah, I would think maybe 15%. I start trying to find a charger. Goodness.
It's getting a little harder. There we go.
Well, let's just make it harder.
Let's follow a little bit.
11.
We're getting some truth in there. I would love to record a song with blank.
Bob Seger. Something kind of like Against the Wind or Turn the Page. One of those. I don't know. It'd be fun to do anything with him.
Bob?
Love his voice.
This tower, man. All right, here we go. 21. Favorite place in the world?
We went to Hawaii this summer for the first time, and it was the best family trip we've ever done. Like, I think all of us agreed that it's probably the prettiest place we've ever been. So, did a luau, swim with the manta rays and all that. It was cool, yeah.
Hey, luau, did you put on the grass skirt and hula?
I didn't, but I did wear a Hawaiian shirt.
Okay.
I had a Hawaiian shirt, so yeah.
Zach Williams in a Hawaiian shirt with
I
the
did.
hat. It was the hat.
It was a Zach Williams Hawaiian shirt. It had eagles on it.
Okay.
So it was pink though. So
Okay.
goodness.
Going deep. Tower of Truth is
42.
choosing 42. What in your life do you feel the most grateful for?
You know, giving me basically a second chance. You know, I was definitely on the wrong road, and you know, loved playing music, but the lifestyle that I was living was not going to work for a family or for me. I mean, I wouldn't be here probably if I hadn't quit. And so I think I'm the most grateful for just God's mercy and grace.
Is there a moment in that time when you quit where you just thought, this is it, this chapter of my life is done, I'm not going to be a musician anymore?
Oh yeah. Yeah, when I quit. There was like 6 months after I quit playing music that I didn't play for at least 6 months. I was just like, I needed to work on a lot of other things in my life, and that was the last thing I needed to be doing. And so I was really like, closed that chapter, and it wasn't until, you know, I got into church and was invited to play on a worship team that it kind of came back into my life, and that's when it all started for me.
What was that moment like?
It was pretty tough, honestly. I was more terrified singing that song in church than I had been ever, you know, on stage, but it was different because there was like a peace about it and this like nervousness that I'd never had with playing music in, you know, bars and clubs. But there was also this moment where I realized like this is the first time I've ever been on stage and sang a song, and I didn't have to, you know, I was completely comfortable like in my own skin. I wasn't trying to be somebody else or perform, and so that was when I was like, well, there's something to this, and so that's kind of when it all started for me though. Oh. 33.
All right. Most famous person in your contacts?
Ooh. Chris Pratt.
What? Okay. Who started this conversation?
So I met him probably 5 years ago. He came to a show. He reached out on Instagram talking about my music, and I invited him to a show, and he came to a show. We kind of became friends. We kept in touch over the years. And then here lately, we've just been like checking in on each other just to see how life's going, and like, you know, anything you can pray about or anything that's going on in your life. And that's kind of how it goes. He's like, hey, how you been? What's going on? When's your tour start? And he's been working on a show in Atlanta, so
That's cool.
it's kind of.
I mean, is there any possibility of a Zach Williams cameo in Guardians, the new Guardians
I
coming
don't.
out? Or
I mean, you never know. I might. I did make my acting debut in the Dolly Parton special, so.
all right, all that to say. All right, ready? Have to sound different, but I mean, I just.
Golly, dude, you put the pressure on me.
Woo! All
What
right.
is that? Number 2?
Yeah. So oceans or mountains? I feel like we kind of know because you're in Hawaii.
Oh, I like them both, but I'm gonna go oceans. I was born in Pensacola, Florida, and we would go down there every summer, like hang out. So I like the water.
Not afraid of sharks?
Yeah, but I ain't getting out, and I'm not swimming out too far off the bank, you know, off the shore. So, oh, dude, you're going down.
I love your confidence. And now I'm shaking. Look, I'm shaking.
I know you are.
I'm shaking. I'm going to disappoint Zach Williams. Ah!
I won. Y'all saw that, right? I won.
Final question. You know, just like the tower falls apart, you know, when was that, thinking about a time, another time, because we talked about this a bunch, but, you know, a time when your life kind of fell apart and God put it back together?
I mean, my story is pretty much that. You know, I had this dream of playing music and, you know, this lifestyle that I thought I needed to live in order to do that. And I kind of got sucked into the whole glitz and glamour of what I thought playing music and being a rock star was going to be, and went down kind of that dark spiral for a number of years. And I'm grateful that I had a family that, you know, at an early age planted those roots. And, you know, I knew enough about Jesus and had grown up in church to know that there was a God out there that loved me. And so whenever I kind of found myself at the very end of my rope, that's who I turned to, and, you know, grateful that he was there to pick up the pieces and put it all back together.
Amen. And now you get to officially, here you go, you got a Sharpie, you're gonna autograph block number 10. You're the 10th person to conquer the Tower of Truth.
Boom.
All right.
Awesome.
Woo!
Thanks, bro.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate it.